Hello and welcome to the ASU Recreation Fields. ASU are taking on USD. So we'll go through USD's lineup. Cody Going starts at loose head. Nathan Garnillo at hooker. Torres Caps at tight head. Dustin Braun and Brandon Guidicini in the second row. Sam on the blind side. Cade Caulfield on the inside. Dylan Hoven at 8. Mickey O'Leary and Lucas Troutier at 9 and 10. Chase Bassett on the left wing. Gavin Saville and Daniel Sir in the centers. Vaughn Fouts on the right wing, and Michael Lewis at 15. For ASU, Nick Booz at loose head. TJ Marquez at hooker. Theo at tight head. Bronson Smith and Drake Zinn in the second row. Charlie Kerr at open side. Len Lahadny at blind side. Pierce McNamara captains the team from 8. Jacob Hurl and Harvey Dolman are in the halves. Evgeny Garavildis on the left wing. Cooper Baines and Bennett Roney are in the centers. Robert Huerta on the right wing and Austin Cox at fullback. As we get ready to kick off here, ASU and Jacob Hurl have elected to kick off. And we're away. High kick to the right, swirling around the wing a little bit. Kerr and Lahadny there to make the tackle as ASU set for the first phase. Crashed up, short range, not a whole lot of yardage. And back and clear. Huerta and Cox get mixed up, but somehow get the ball. Huerta takes into contact, and we have an offsides penalty against USD, which will give ASU good starting or given good position from this penalty. Harvey Dolman will kick, and that kick is just at the 5-meter line, so I'll give ASU the line out. Line out to the front, down from McNamara, out to Dolman. Rone looks to hit the gap and can't cover the ball. Booz chops his man down as ASU are on the defensive again. As USD go through the phases and set to clear again. This one's charged down by Kerr, but we are coming back for the knock on from Rone at the set piece. And we'll have the first scrum of the game. And we'll reset as the scrum went down in the front row. This time it's in a way, and this one's going to be out on the full. The ASU line out at around 10 meters or at halfway.
Yeah.
TJ Marquez to throw in. McNamara can't come up with it. Scramble on the floor, and it'll be knocked on by ASU. Another scrum. Ball in. Solid scrum from ASU. Back behind the 10 a little bit, and tackle made in midfield by combination of Rone and Baines. Baines gets him down. Rone over the top. Can't come up with the turnover, and we have an injured Torero down at around midfield. Play continues. Ball comes back right. Lahadny and Marquez in on the tackle. And Kerr and Lahadny again. We have penalty advantage now. Another phase to the right, and Booz and Marquez make that tackle. Men out on the left, and into touch will come back for a penalty. And we still have an injury at around midfield. And yes, we have time off as the referee wants to have a conversation with the captain and open side. As Torero number 8, Dylan Hoven hobbles off the field. Looks to be a left knee problem. And USD will kick for the post. Straight down the middle, so 3-0 to the Toreros. And ASU will be kicking off again. Been a stop-start opening 10-ish minutes. Hurl again, longer this time. Just as high and into Cole Caulfield's arms. Charlie Kurt gets him low. And Smith is in on that tackle, and Toreros look to clear. And it's out at around, there's a touch judge marked it, the 10-meter line for ASU. So ASU will have to run it out from their own half. TJ Marquez to throw into the line out again. Full lineup for ASU. Kerr at the front. Hurl low away. RV off the left foot. Possession secured by ASU, and we have a penalty advantage for playing the 9. Kerr puts it through, and we'll come back for the penalty. Offsides. Dolman finds touch at just outside USD's 22. So a good attacking line out. See, jog up to line out. Marquez to the back. Zinn couldn't come up with it. Hurl doesn't dive on it. Huerta comes up with the ball after around the halfway line. Dolman to Rone, gets his nose through contact. Possession secured. Hurl and Dolman look to attack the blind side. Booz is there on the inside. Ball to McNamara. Good carry it around midfield. Hurl to the right. Dolman again finds Rone in midfield. Theo and clears over the top. Dolman looks to find space, and that 50-22 from Dolman. And should be a 50-22. Marquez walks across to take the throw. Well, that should have been a 50-22, but instead it ends with Torero ball. Torero's maul, and ASU going backward, and penalty to the Toreros. They've got Nick Boo, or is it Charlie Kerr for collapsing the maul, and the Toreros have another penalty and will kick to 45 meters inside their own half. Not a whole lot of angle to play with. And it's 5 men in the line out for the Toreros, and not straight. McNamara got up and wow. We'll have another scrum. It's been fairly even so far. This time it'll be ASU ball. Clean backline out to the right side, and we have a collapse on set. Hurl feeds into the scrum. McNamara off to the blind side, offloads out the back to was supposed to be Hurl, but Kerr was there, and Hurl cleans up. Dolman plays scrum half for now. Zinn into contact and down. Marquez in, and Torero's pinged for not rolling away. Zinn and Smith into contact, and ASU clear over the top. Hurl looks to go wide. Dolman looks to play it over the head of the backfield, and will come back for the penalty after the 50-22 attempt. It was not rolling on Torero tight head. Dolman spins the ball to just inside the USD 22. It's been a tight, cagey game so far. Nobody's really gone through more than 5-6 phases. Marquez to throw into the line out. McNamara up in the middle. Marquez overthrows him, and we have knock on at the back by Lahadny. USD put into the scrum. Dolman and Cox defending the backfield. Kerr charges and is able to put the kicker off. Not a great clearance. Kerr looks to have landed funny on the knee on that charge down attempt. Marquez throws to the back, and it's not straight. Zinn couldn't hold on anyway. That's a couple of throwing errors by Marquez in the early part of this game. Torero put into the scrum. Wheels a bit to the right. Ball's fired out to the wing by the Toreros. Huertas come in. Cox able to stop him. And we, I don't know, no advantage. Now we have penalty advantage. As the Toreros have a good attacking set going. McNamara down by the bootlaces. Back to the blind side. And some more progress being made. Penalty advantage seems to be over. Booz gets his man low. Kerr shuts it off wide, and no, we're coming back for a penalty. We're coming back for a high tackle. High tackle. That penalty. Yes, had that penalty not occurred, there would have been obstruction, but we come back for the high tackle to the left side at ASU's 10 meters line, and Guerrero's kick for the corner, and well, the ball looked to have gone touch and goal from here. Referee having a discussion with the captains. And yes, it'll be ASU ball, touch and goal, 22 dropout to ASU. Dolman tried to play quick, but referee wants it taken from the proper spot. Dolman downtown to just past the halfway line. Number 20 for the Toreros is on in replacement of Hoven. That is Josh Butler. More close carries, and we have looked like we have penalty advantage and obstruction. Yes, penalty advantage. It is not too sure what the penalty's for, and the referee wants to have another chat to the captain. Offsides is the decision. And this time, USD fine touch 5 meters from the ASU line. Ball to the front of the line out. ASU looked to sack them all, and it'll be a try to the Toreros from the line out. As soon as the sack attempt failed, it was, well, ASU were going backwards there quite quickly. Conversion to make it 10-0 Toreros. Conversion is good, so it's 10-0 Toreros with 23-ish minutes gone in the first half. Hurl to kick off again. This one's high, short-ish to the right side. Caught and immediately into contact. Another short carry from USD. And the clearance back to Cox, takes it on the full, has Dolman to his outside, backline assembling, and throws to, well, nobody's entirely sure. Baines knocks on, and the replacement goes through a gap on the left side of the ruck. And USD knock on. So it'll be ASU scrum center field at their 22. ASU made the mistake on the kick return. Cox had options to his left side, Dolman or Rone, and passed to the Orr. Dolman's directly behind the scrum. Baines and Garibaldi's out to the left. Hurl gets the ball away under some pressure. Dolman high. Huerta in chases. Booz gets a hand on the pick. Bronson out. Bronson Smith gets away, offloads to no one. Dolman makes his tackle. Lahadny called off the ball by the referee. And Rone low twice. Space opening out on the right. Kerr flies up. Huerta comes in. Offload gets away. USD momentum into the ASU 22. And attack blindside again. Lahadny around the ankles. That looked to be forward. Referee lets it play. Lahadny again low. And we have a penalty for no arms tackle on the ASU open side. Kerr in, stand up the next carrier in the tackle. Ball goes to ground, and we'll come back for the no arms tackle. Referee wants to have another conversation with captain and ASU's open side. Lahadny tackles low. I mean, he has and tackles a lot. Frequently has about, usually doubles the next nearest tackler. As USD kick to the corner and will be 5 meters out again. Ball overthrown. Booz can't come up with it and knock on to USD. So it'll be USD scrum about 7 meters out. Left wing's behind the 10. Clean back line out the right. Ball goes to the right into the 12. Out the back one edge. ASU numbered up there. Cox made his tackle. Rone misses his. Baines chops his man down. And short carry that looks to be held up by TJ Marquez. And we have time off again for the referee wanting to have a conversation with one of the Torero forwards. Looks to be, yes, Josh Butler is having a talking to for spiking the ball after he'd been called held up. Dolman off the left foot and finds touch at 35-ish meters from the ASU line. Relieve a little bit of pressure from. And Marquez will throw in. He's had some throwing errors so far today. Kerr up and out to Dolman. takes it to the line and plays it to Rone, who's through the first challenge. And ASU recycle. Zinn into contact. Smith and McNamara seal. Dolman out to the right and fires it forward down the blind side. It'll be USD scrum about 15 meters in from the left-hand touch line. O'Leary puts into the scrum and it's down, and ASU penalty. Tight head's bind was too long and he went straight down on the hit. So it'll be collapsing the scrum against Torres Caps. I hope I got that right. Dolman kicks down to the USD 10 meters line. And Marquez throws his third skew line out of the day. So it'll be another scrum to the Toreros.
Hey, line here, line here.
O'Leary in and kicked in behind the ASU line. Cox comes across to cover, returns it back with some interest through the first tackle. Garibaldi's Baines and Lahadny over the and we have a penalty against USD there for. I get to see a signal, and I'm not entirely sure what the penalty is for. And Dolman will kick to the right side. And finds touch at around 15 meters from USD's line. Marquez to throw into the 5-man lineout. McNamara with it. Ball out the back to. Oh, well, ball was wide from Baines, but Garavildis knocked it on. So that'll be a scrum just outside USD's 22. Every ASU attacking set seems to have come to an end with a handling error of some description. Chances have been there for ASU to get on the scoreboard, but so far they've been unable. O'Leary into the scrum, wheels around, and back on the ASU side, and offload to Carl can't come up with. Stopped. Lahadny, a bit of a wrestling match off the ground. Butler got around the ankles by McNamara. ASU, another tackled around the halfway line. And all fired out wide. Cox again gets low, brings his men to the ground. We have a penalty against ASU. Lahadny makes his tackle, and that's a forward pass. And it's a penalty for offsides. And USD kick. And to around 27 meters out from the ASU line. Ball is up, and USD are down into the mall. We have one stop, take down on the far side of the mall. Ball's down. Ball's out to the right. Lahadny gets the ankle and rolls his man over. Back to the blind side, and it's knocked on by USD. It'll be ASU scrum at 20 meters from the ASU line. Dolman directly behind the scrum, flanked by Rone to his right, and Baines to the left. Hurl gets it all the way out to Garavaldis, who fights through the contact, allowing support to arrive. Baines plays scrum half, goes to the blind side, Lahadny into contact. McNamara and Smith are there to seal over. And Zinn into contact, drives through, gets to ground. Theo and Marquez are there to seal over the ball. And Dolman, shape to kick, goes back towards the ruck. Marquez into contact. That looked high. Smith clears the ball, and penalty to USD. The set looked disorganized. The attacking set looked disorganized from the start as the T-man comes out, and USD will kick for the post. Squeezes inside the left upright, and that'll be 13 to the Toreros and 0 for ASU. Turl jogs up to the halfway line. 13-0. Turl goes high, wide right. Huerta unable to get it. Zinn dives on it, and is brought back to ground. Hurl plays infield, Booze back towards the rock, gets through contact. Smith, Lahadny are there to seal over the top. Dolman, beautiful ball to Rone, who steps to the fullback, got one man to beat, should be under the sticks, and to try to ASU. Beautiful ball from Harvey Dolman, and, well, once he was through, nobody really had any hope of stopping Bennett. Dolman to kick the extras. And the flags stay down, so that'll be 13-5. Kick was coming back, but it apparently didn't come back quickly enough. It was flirting with the left hand upright. As ASU get it back underway. Zinn can't come up with it. Cox cleans up the mess. Fights through contact. Hurl sucked into the ruck. And Lahadny plays. No, picks and goes. Zinn back to his feet to seal over the top. Hurl back to Dolman, who steps two men, gets to the outside again, offloads to Huerta, stays in field, and ASU are there to recycle possession. And Dolman playing scrum half. McNamara with a stiff arm runs into a double tackle. Zinn steals possession. Hurl's there to play it away. Up for the box kick, low, bounces straight to down the throat of the 15. Up left to the USD fly half, who wedges a kick in behind, which beats everyone into touch. It'll be ASU put into this line out. Disrupted. Drake's there to clean up and knocked on by USD, so it'll be a scrum to ASU. And we have a reset. Referee's unhappy with something. Get this scrum off. Hurl puts it in, and it's skewed out the side of the scrum, and scooped and scored there by USD on the far side. Looked to be hooked back, but ASU couldn't control the ball at the back of the scrum, and it looks like it went out the side through the legs of Charlie Kerr on the far side. That'll finish up the half. ASU 5, USD 20. Right here we have former ASU coach Brad Filgas. We have an upcoming alumni event.
Hey, thanks. Hey, alumni, if you're on here, March 8th, as you know, on Saturday, we're having a day of rugby. We're going to support ASU, followed by a banquet afterward. Thursday night, for everybody arriving early, we'll be at Four Peaks. And then Friday, there's a golf being organized by Steve Brennan. Get on that alumni page, the WhatsApp, and reach out. Hope to see you all there, especially last 50 years. Pull them together. We still got 3 weeks to book flights and get there. Thank you.
Thank you. The banquet will be the same day as the Stanford game. ASU will take on Stanford on March 8th at 1 p.m. Stay tuned for the second half, which will begin shortly. We are just about ready for the second half to get underway. Score at the half is ASU 5, USD 20. It's been a rather stop-start second half. ASU unable to hold on to the ball in open play and in lineouts. Just need to settle down and get the face a little bit. As the referee wants to talk to the captains before the second half gets underway. Extended conversation with the referee here as both players jog back into position, and USD will get the half back underway. And that'll be out on the full. Out on the full, it'll be back to the center for, yes, a scrum. Scrum ASU ball. Back line is split. Dolman, Baines, and Gavaldi's out to the left. Cox, Rone, and Huerta out to the right. Ball into the scrum. Hurl picks it up with limited pressure. Flat ball to Rone, cleaned up late, gets through the first tackle. Cox seals over the top. Kerr's there as well. Hurl out a little slow to the ruck, and Booz takes it into contact and is high tackled. Dolman fires it in behind into space, and it'll beat everyone into touch. We have come back for the high tackle from USD, so ASU penalty. Back where the scrum ended, and the touch judge is calling a 50-22, but, well, the referee just decided to ignore him, apparently. Still ignoring him. And, yep, still hasn't picked up on it. All right, well, ASU fine touch. Well, pretty much the same place the 50-22 would have taken place anyway. And it'll be ASU throw into the line out. TJ Marquez had his troubles in the first half. And full line out for ASU. Back line clean to the right side. And tipped at the front. McNamara was jumping at the middle. And back to the USD side. One carry and clear from USD. It'll be another line out to ASU. Just outside USD's 22. Seems the issues at the line out have not been solved at halftime just yet. Kerr to the front, disrupted. Marquez knocks on. It'll be scrum USD. And down on the far side, O'Leary told to play it from the back. Dolman and Baines make their tackle, and Rone bounced off. Puerta around the ankle, unable to hold on. McNamara has the man by the shorts. Lahadny has him, and he's held up, and tackle in the referee's eyes. Still a bit of a fight to get out, and scrum down to ASU. If there was a maul call, I certainly didn't hear it, and it's maybe 10 yards in front of me. But scrum to ASU. Ball in, hurls to the back. Dolman away to Rone, who gets through two and offloads to Cox, who tries to get it out to Gravaldis on the far side with a chest pass. Can't do it. And another penalty in at the side against USD. Looks like USD's 13's taking a blow to the nose. Daniel Surs seems to have taken some kind of blow to the face in the last move. And Dolman tries to find touch with that penalty, will bounce it just inside. And USD returns serve, and it'll be a line out from just about where the penalty was taken. And Hernandez looks to have been given the hook. Theo gets the throwing duties. Dolman in behind and just doesn't sit up for him. Can't quite make his tackle. Baines gets his man to ground with the help of Lahadny. Ball out further wide. Puerta gets his man to ground. And we have penalty to USD for offside. I must say I didn't see an offside penalty. But we continue. It'll be USD line out just past the ASU 10 meters line. Down into the maul for USD. The backs pile through. Caulfield tries to break off the back, but is scragged down. USD go through the phases. That looks to have been knocked on, but we continue play, and it's ASU piling through the ruck, and somehow it's the replacement comes away with the ball. Lahadny low brings his man to ground, gets out of the way. Good carry, gets USD some momentum. Ball to the blind side, and Lahadny drives his man back. Rone comes through, cleans up, and ball is on the floor, and it's been knocked on by USD. ASU scrum inside the 22. We look to have a replacement in the front row. Ian Nitz comes in at loose head prop. Theo moves to hooker, and Nick Booz moves to tight head. Scrums down, and looks like it'll be collapsing against the new men, Ian Nitz. And USD have opted to scrum again. A little unclear on the ruling here. I think it's a penalty, so I think they can do that again. They could not do that from a free kick, however. O'Leary into the scrum. It's all a bit of a mess. And 12 carries forwards, chopped down by Baines. USD fold around the corner. Kerr gets his man low. Taxis out, and fullback is brought down. Dolman is out of the way. Yep, and reloads to the far side. Another short carry. And they don't. And dive over try for USD. Should be a fairly simple conversion, slightly to the right of the middle of the post, but that'll be, with points made, it'll be 27-5 USD. Extras added, so 27-5. ASU kickoff, and USD just about clean up the kickoff. Bennett Rone was through on the chase. Short carry. And USD kick. And it's into touch on the bounce. And we have a penalty on USD. It's an offside penalty again. Drop 10, they're coming out. Just have to go, drop. Dolman taps, goes, plays it out to the left. Cox stumbles a bit as he's receiving the ball. ASU seal over the ball. McNamara through. Dolman and cleared under pressure from Garibaldi and Lahadny. Kerr can't come up with the quick ball, and again pressured. Another pressured kick, this time from Zinn. It's ASU lineout just outside of USD's 22. Quick ball to the front from Kerr. Pearl gets it. Dolman dummies twice. Gets the ball away to Garibaldi's, but it's Ford. A 13 flew up past the ball, and that pass was on, but it went forward for Dolman. It's USD scrum. No further replacements to discuss. Nitz does better this time. Ball away to the left-hand side. Kerr comes across and tackles, and ball's knocked on. After the attempted offload, Baines cleans up, and Zinn sets to take the carry. Pearl gets it away to Dolman. Booze hit high at midfield, and we're coming back for the knock on. So it'll be another scrum, this time to ASU. Pearl puts in its hook to the back. Out to Baines. Dolman on the loop, straightens up. Garibaldi's to Cox. Has a man outside. Draws his man, gives it. Huerta back in field. Gets away from one. Can't get away from two. And loses the ball in contact. And the referee judges it to have gone forward. USD pick and go. Baines slings his man to the floor. USD go blindside again. Mahavni can't come up. Dolman wrapped up the ball and everything. And penalized for not rolling. Nitz and is that Rone there, and we have not rolling penalty against ASU. Was a good break down the right-hand touchline, but couldn't finish it off. And that's staying in field. Huerta keeps it in easily, and Dolman will return to about the halfway line, and that went right over our heads. And yes, it'll be USD line out at the ASU 40 meters line. And it's obstruction penalty. ASU didn't engage in the maul. And Dolman comes across. Comes in field to give himself a bit more angle for the kick. And finds touch just inside USD's 22. And Theo throwing into the line out seems to have stabilized things a little bit. And that was picked off at the front of the line out. ASU tried to go to the middle. Kerr brings them down before they can maul. Zinn unable to get his body behind that tackle, and USD have momentum and are looking to clear. Another carry from ASU. And another carry. Zinn puts pressure on the kicker. Cox comes across to cover. Ball sits up for him nicely. Huerta on his inside. Returns to the middle of the pitch, gets through 2 tackles, and is brought down. And USD are over the ball, and it's a penalty to USD. Not rolling on the kick chase. Or no, not releasing on the kick return, excuse me. Somebody's father being told to shut it on the sideline. And it's kicked down to 5 meters from ASU's line. Ball to the middle, and a bit of a standoff there to see who would engage in the maul, and nobody did. So USD man just carried, and short gain on that carry. Look to carry again. Crawls forward a little bit on the floor. USD go blindside, back, driven back onto the ruck. Slow, and one didn't go anywhere. Short to the USD carrier, and it's, well, they didn't award the try. Penalty to USD. And conversation with the captain. This time with ASU's other flanker, Charlie Kerr. And we have time back on, and USD look to restart with a tap penalty. Lahadny gets his man low. ASU repel the first charge. USD flash to the blind side. Stopped up short, and it's held up. Looks to be Nick Booz and Charlie Kerr in there. 20-year goal line dropout to ASU. Dolman puts it long and over into touch. And that line out looked to be set, but USD go to take it quickly and have restarted play. Garavaldis and Hurl with the tackle. Pick and go, driven back there. USD keeping it tight. ASU folding around. Charlie Kerr gets his man behind the line, knits over the top of the ball, driven off. And Rone repels the man. And ASU able to turn the ball over. Looks to be Lahadny pilfering through that rock. And it'll give Dolman another opportunity to find touch. And I am in the danger zone. Oh, yeah. And Slap back in play by the winger, and it's knocked forward by the fullback. Oh no, we're playing on. We're playing on. Baines has his man, slings him to the floor. Quick phase to the left. Theo attempts to get the ball. McNamara low and out of the way. Profit with the and penalized for off feet there. Nick's unable to get a good hold of his man, spinning away. Pearl can't get him either. Down into the winger. Nitz brings the winger down with him. And we have a fresh advantage this time. It's Rone not rolling away. USD go back to the blind side. And somehow that ball makes it out. Landon chops his man down. Nitz crashes onto his head. Lahadny again with his third tackle in succession. And pick and go through the middle of the ruck. And is that Ian Nitz? Yes, with a tackle there. But USD momentum, and it will be penalty to USD. That looked to be a double movement there. That'll be another USD tap penalty. And what's the ruling here? It looks to be a try to USD, but the referee wants to have captains as ASU bring on the changes. We'll try and get those to you once it becomes clear. Huerta is off. Charlie Kerr is off. So yes, it is USD try. So that brings the score to USD 34 to ASU's 5. So Charlie Kerr was replaced by Kevin Wagner. Pierce McNamara looks to have been replaced by Carlos Nowakowski. Bronson Smith is off for Alex Stevens. Pearl gets it underway. Scuff dish kick. And returned by Cole Caulfield, or Caden Caulfield, excuse me. As USD shift it to the right. Brooks can't come up with his man. Nowakowski slams him to the floor. Wagner and Nowakowski fall off the tackles. Ball shifted out to the left. And kicked through into the in goal. Hurl racing after it with the winger, and it'll be dotted down by Jacob Hurl. 22 dropout to ASU. Few of the new changes not being up to speed in the game. Fell off tackles there around the midfield. USD shifted. Dolman looked to go quickly, but the referee was not happy with that. It looked fairly legal to me. Dolman goes long this time down the throat of the USD 10. And shifted away to the right. And Garavaldis gets his man. Bit of a hospital pass. As ASU now have good position with a defensive set. Landon locks over the top of the ball, and it's a penalty to ASU. Rodney has them holding on, and the referee has stopped another quick tap. That is 3 quick taps he stopped in the last 2 minutes that are perfectly legal. But we must put up with Martin's picadillos, I guess. Dolman finds touch on the left-hand side. Just inside USD's 40 meters. As Drake's in, looks to be calling the line out. On the changes, Drake slaps it back. Jacob over the head throw in style to Dolman, who gets the ball outside the defense. Cox steps back in field, and he'll be in under the sticks. It'll be a try to ASU. Off the line out, Dolman got a ball to the outside of the defense, and, well, Austin did the rest. 2 steps off the right foot under the posts. Dolman adds the extras, so it's 34-12, still in favor of USD. Kickoff's a bit short. Dolman comes up to claim it, smashed in the tackle. ASU ruck over the top. Wagner into contact, tries to get aim for the space between 2 men. Hurl gets the ball away to Brooks. Nowakowski rolls through contact, and penalty to ASU. That was, well, not very smart there from Caulfield, pulling the 9 into the ruck right in front of the referee, and we have Harvey Dolman down. What looks to be a back. BASU, yes, it looks like he's holding his lower back. And he's given up kicking to Jacob Hurl, who finds touch just inside ASU's half. And we have our third change of thrower. Robert Gakula is in to throw. Down to Drake. way Dolman, but we'll come back for an offside penalty. And it looks to be on Caulfield as we have another conference with the captains. With Captain Pierce McNamara off, Drake's in, and Bennett Rone are the vice captains. So Rone took that conference. And Hurl gets the touch kick to the USD 22. And one more change. Nate Troxel is on. We have line out down to Hurl away to Brooks, who gets the ball back inside to Rone, offloads. And Smith is on the far side, dies with possession, and USD or ASU set for another phase in field. Cleaned up over the top. Wagner seals. Hurl to Brooks, who takes contact. Lahadny bouncing ball to Garibaldi, who tries to kick it through. Can't find it, and USD come away with possession. Hurl is, or no, it's Basson on that side is tackled. Drake unable to find the ball in that one. Lahadny drives his man back, and USD look to clear. Charged down by Baines, recovered by, is that Chase Basson over there? Yes, it is, and USD restart the process. Nitz has one leg, Wagner has another. Lahadny piles into the breakdown, and USD couldn't get across, or ASU couldn't get a shoulder into the tackle. Troxel comes across. Garibaldis is there to make his tackle, and Troxel slips off. USD are able to get the ball away and an offload and take contact inside ASU's 22. ASU go, or USD go to the blind side, and they reach out. Is that a try? Yes, it is a try to USD. Or yes, it is a try to USD. So that'll be 30 to USD.
A little tired.
Earl gets us back underway. This one drops just at around the 22 to Cole Caulfield. He's down, and Nowakowski can't get to the ball. Rone comes across, and USD seal that one. Stevens is able to put some pressure on. Cox come forwards, takes it nicely off the test, and we have another offside penalty that stops a kick return from ASU. mean, at this point, I'm wondering if it's not intentional. As that kick stays in field from Hurl, and that ball is still live. Nobody seems to have realized it. That ball is live. Again, nobody realizes it. It's a live ball, and the referee ruled a scrum. Apparently, the touch judge's call doesn't matter at all. Any ASU player would have been well within his rights to smash him, and apparently we get a scrum out of this. Just utter incompetence. USD go for it in the scrum and get the ball wide. Rone bit in there, but ASU able to scramble across. Is that Valdez with a tackle the far side, stopped in tight, and that'll be USD tried to go to the blind side and penalty USD. No further action there. What looked like a pretty bad knock on. And USD nudged the penalty down to ASU's 5 meters line. And B side warming up behind me. If you've got nothing else to do, stick around for the B side game after this. Be ASU and USD again, but the second 15s. And from the middle of the line out, bobbled in, and snuck on. It'll be ASU put into the scrum. Knocked on at the maul. And Hurl puts in scrum under some pressure, gets it away. Rone back in towards and gets in through some tackles there. Hurl passes to the floor. Wagner cleans up, and Baines gets over it. Brooks clears and finds a good touch just inside of. No, that will be the game. Final score is 39-12 in the Toronto's favor. And ASU will play at Maritime in Northern California next week. In the short term, the B-side game will begin very shortly. As we're making final preparations for the B-side matchup between ASU and USD. I do not have a lineup convenient for me, so I'll be eyeballing this one. I'll be eyeballing this lineup. Probably the first scrum will be the easiest time to get that. As the referee checks out the USD are at their full complement. And Rylan Salas stands ready to get us back underway. And Salas goes high and maybe 3 meters forward. It'll be scrum in the middle of the field to USD. So we get the opportunity to find out the starting 15 right off the bat. And it would look like it's Louis Uccelli on the left, or on the loose head side, Alex Ryman at hooker, and Rasa at tight head, Harmon and Freddie Nieto in the second row, Eddie Barnhill, Bowie, and Harmon throw on in the loose head. Excuse me, it's Freddie Nieto and Garrett Combs in the second row. Rylan Salas at scrum half, Josh McKean at fly half. I have yet to see the jersey for the centers. It's picked off by Segoviano on the left wing, and he'll be in at the corner. Flankers chasing, but he will not catch him. It's a try to ASU off the first scrum. Well, with maybe a minute and 10 seconds gone into the game, Danny Segoviano has the game's first try. Salas from the left-hand touch line to attempt the extras, and pushes it low across the face of the post, so it'll stay 5-0 to ASU. Was going through the lineups. It'll look in the centers. For ASU. It looks to be Dapo, Hakeem, and Nate Troxel. The back three is Luke Hargrave on the right, Denny Segoviano on the left, and Michael Kim at fullback. As the kickoff is allowed to bounce and goes into touch off, well, without being touched, so it'll be ASU throw into the line out, and Alex Ryman jogs over to take it. Crow is able to get it back on. Yes, Crow was able to get it back, but we have a late hit on Salas, so it'll be an ASU penalty as McKean had knocked it on in the backs. And Minimal gain there from the penalty. So another throw in, this time just outside of ASU's 22. And the referee wants a word with both teams. And USD come up with it. Teddy Montague is able to get in front of the jumpers. USD knock it on. Ryman, refused to dive on it, breaks it back. And we'll have another scrum as I'm joined by ASU Rugby captain Pierce McNamara. How would you rate that last performance out of 10?
6, 7. It's always nice. So we can only learn from it. Come back, we'll play him again for San Diego Legion, 22nd. So we'll have another crack at him.
Oh, it'll be at Snapdragon. Or okay. Well, we will have more details once we get closer to it. That was a little bit of a mess, and we have another knock on, so it'll be another scrum. Barnhill couldn't get away from the base of that scrum. He had to focus for one area for improvement for next week for another time. What would it be?
Set piece execution for sure. But yeah, you won't practice in it. Practice time, game time, that's what we really learn. So put that on the fly, throw that ball around. That's a good set.
As USD get the ball out wide, Troxel screams up, can't get his man. Hargrave, well, he deleted his man in the tackle, and we have a knock on, a forward pass and a knock on, so it'll be a third scrum in quick succession, this time with ASU put in. How much does an early try make a difference to the rest of the game?
I believe, well, as they march down in that, get on the board, get stuck in early try, get 10 up, then we're chasing from the back foot. Have to go from the corner in that situation. But it's a handout, and you got to play poker. So, yeah, to score early, get on the front foot, get points on the board. It's game changing, and especially in this game too. Danny just scored, so put some
puts ASU 5-0 up, and we have clean backline out to the left. Scrum under pressure, and we'll have a reset as Uccelli stood up. Well, probably the entire front row. Well, the last few years, ASU's managed to have the edge on USD in the scrum, or just in the forwards in general. Haven't quite had the game management, and now it feels like the game management and the forward strength, the two ships have passed in the night.
They're very good at sticking with that game.
Ball out wide, Kim. Well, that was a bit of a hospital ball there from Troxel, but Kim driven forward, and Salas away to Crow, who gets it to Combs. Brought down Salas and looks to play back in field. We have an injured Torero at midfield, and he's going to be in the way quite shortly. Yes, and the referee blows play dead. Looked like he got somebody's leg swinging around. Yes. Yeah, this is not a polite sport that we play, is it?
From trying to go too wide, too quick though. They sharpen up and stay inside. It was a good switch scissors there from 10-12.
Josh McKean and Nate Troxel as no, Troxel's 13. Well, USD center flanker looks to be more or less okay, walking off the field under his own power, and USD bring on a replacement in the form of, Well, they don't have numbers on their bench, so I couldn't tell you. But jersey 17, and Salas puts in big hit from ASU. Ball skews out the side. Nieto comes out from the second row, gets his man cleared out over the top. Troxel able to make a mess. Bowie can't come up with that tackle, and it'll be no bounced in the in goal. It'll be a knock on, and I think that's Dapo that came across to tackle it and may or may not have landed on the post. Yes, knock on USD scrum ASU. Good effort there from the center to cover cross and cover.
Indeed, it was. They had a big overlap there. If that ball would have gone to hand there to fly half, he would have dished down. They would have been in the corner.
As it stands, it'll be another scrum. We've had a lot of scrums early. As it looks like Malloy is on to play presumably 13, maybe wing. Yeah, it looks, and that's a penalty. That penalty at the scrum. ASU monstered in the front row. Tap penalty on the far side. There's a forwards bunch around the ball, and yes, it looks like they've opted for a scrum. That's a free kick. I'm not sure they're allowed to do that.
I believe it was a penalty. They're going to try and put pressure now on ASU's front row. I assume the captain will be looking for a yellow card. So
presumably, and ASU seem to have rejigged the back line a little bit. Malloy is into 12, and Troxel is at 13. Scrum goes backwards, but not enough for a penalty. Malloy, McKean make the tackle, but arm snakes out, and we'll have a try. And are they coming in, or is it for the conversion? Or yes, they are. So that's 5-5. I think Barnhill is arguing that he was held, and he has a case. He was certainly on the floor. Certainly has a case for a double movement.
kick is good.
That conversion, it'll be USD 7, ASU 5. Early days, a lot of rugby to be played.
Oh, indeed. Yeah, a lot of game left. So I wouldn't be too worried if I was either team right now. Secure the ball and have your launch plays off set piece.
Sage advice says Salas looks to get us back underway. This time just about 10 and knocked on by USD, and can't quite tell what's happening on the far side. Troxel comes away with the ball, and
Troxel there playing fly half.
playing fly half, and Ryman wrapped up going backwards. This looks to be a bit disorganized of a set. And Troxel at the back, Barnhill driven even further back, stands through contact, and they go back to the open side. Nieto forward, refusing to go down, balls back, and to Combs, carries hard into contact, sealed over by Alex Ryman. Troxel folds around. McKean gets it out wide, and Hargrave can't hold it. Are we coming back for? Well, I guess the knock-on advantage was called over, and it'll be a
Option for lineup.
yes line out option, and well, it looks like USD would take the scrum, or they'd be wise to anyway.
Be wise to take a
And they took the line out.
try and mix it up. Let's see here, we might get a front jump. Give it straight to the
And throw is not straight, so it'll be scrum option to ASU now, and they will take the line out. So they'll have a go at trying to get this line out straight.
Yeah, indeed. Even with that new introduction of the law, and that one wasn't
Not straight, but Crow brings it down anyway. McKean wrapping around. Kim can't tackle it. And can bring it in. He slows him down. Barnhill and Combs combine to get him down. Salas over the ball, cleared off. And a combination of Crow, Rasa, and Combs get another carry. He's still going through the phases, close in. Barnhill tries with Jackal, looks to have the ball, and
Very
yes,
nice.
does have the penalty.
very nice. That's the kind of play you need.
Exactly the sort of play you're looking from your number 8.
Exactly.
Salas. No, it'll be McKean to kick. And he will find touch. A few meters short of the 40 meters. Most of the games played inside ASU's half, but only 2 down.
Indeed. Good launch play here.
It's
To the
picked
wrong-
off by Teddy Montague at the middle. Bowie brings him down and knocked on in the 3/4, is it? Yes, it is. Another scrum. And it's been a very stop-start half of rugby.
And Barnhill was very lucky to get pinged for offside as he swings around the back of the line out. I don't think it was over 15, so
It certainly looked questionable from here. And we'll have another scrum here so far.
Hi there, little guest from Jonah Bros here. I want to give a shout out to the commentary. Alex McDonald, a heck of a rugby career. Guy just embodied the sport. Great ASU rugby alum forever, man. And he's still helping us out with great commentary to the day.
Thanks for the compliment, Jonah. As that scrum goes backwards, Salas rescues it. Troxel takes it to the line, gives it to McKean, and wrap round, or Troxel does anyway. And another buddy pass there from Troxel to Kim. Picks it up and tries to offload out the back, and it ends up out of play. Looks for the quick line out, and number 10 dove over. Looked like ASU had enough men there to set the line out, but the referee decides otherwise. That'll be 12-5 to USD.
yeah, smart play there. Even if it is smart, still throw that ball in and test the defense. Have for you. Back foot.
What the referee can say is no. Extras are from a slightly wider position this time, and there's a slight wind across the face of the posts. Not breeze kind of comes and goes, and this one will stay down the middle of the.
Very nice kick.
and that will be 14-5. And ASU walk up to restart the game. How do they stop the bleeding?
Control the ball. You need that the rhinos tight carries off 9 to the pod, reset the game, and kind of build your structure from there. You can see, I think that's the linesman having a chat with the ASU linesman having a chat with the referee.
No, it's the coach. Linesman in the first game, but coach now. And we have the captains being summoned. Has any of the front rowers gone off for ASU? No. It's hard to tell what the matter is. Eh, well, if it is uncontested scrums, we'll have an answer short soon enough. It's an important point to bring up that ASU are a little bit light on B-side second rowers. There's only one, front rowers, excuse me. There's only one on the bench in David Honeycutt. Rasa and Louis Uccelli are starting the game. So only one to come. And the game it's been called off by the look of things. And we have a fire engine in the, we have a fire engine in the parking lot. Not too sure what's going on here. We're going to have an extended break. Dapo Hakim appears to have some sort of injury to his head and neck area. He is sitting up and responsive and moving all limbs, so that's the good news, but we will be back once this game restarts. We are back underway. Update on Dapo. He is okay. Did not require transportation to the hospital. Will still probably go as a precautionary measure, but he will go on his own, as ASU are. It'll be, yes, USD scrum. Can be a bit hard to focus in after such a long break, but we have a free kick penalty to ASU for pre-engage by the look of things. Oh no, excuse me. It was the loose head on the angle. This is a free kick, short arm, so cannot go out to touch, and it did. Oh no, it was a full arm penalty. Full arm penalty, so ASU will get the throw in. That or the referee just didn't notice. As Ryman is ready for the throw in. Harmon, oh, not straight, and it's a free kick to USD. Oh no, free kick to ASU. Um, I I can't explain that ruling, but jump before the throw, and McKean away to Combs, who threw one, gets swallowed up by the second and third man. Malloy and Nieto seal the ruck as Bowie gets it, and Nieto seals, pulled through. Barnhill comes over the top. Salas away to McKean, and we have scrum to, or no, line out to USD, tried to maul. USD or ASU stood off. Tight head carries forward. Troxel and Crow get their man to the ground. Scrum half burrowing for the ball. Gets out wider. McKean and Kai combine for the tackle. Malloy climbs through the ruck. McKean getting up. And ASU on their heels a little bit here. Barnhill and Kai there. And in at the side, it'll be penalty to ASU. In at the side, yeah. Tap penalty to Alex Ryman, carries forward. Barnhill seals on the one man. McKean back in field to Rasa, who goes back toward the play of the ball. Salas away to Troxel, who almost gets on the outside, offloads to Malloy, whose kick is charged down and thoughted down over the line. It'll be a goal line dropout, but harem scarum set there from ASU. As Salas looks to get us back underway. And Gonzalez fires it directly into touch. It'll be line out 15 meters. Is here, and yes, line out to USD. And ASU never engaged in the mall, and you have to touch it for it to be obstruction. So USD try. That's poor Law's work there by the Fords. Excellent kick there. That'll be 21-5 in favor of the Toreros. And Carlos Nowakowski is on in place of looks to be Luke Hargrave, and Malloy will move out to the wing, and Nowakowski will play 12. Is that what's occurring here? Yes, seems like it. Meantime, that kick did not go 10, went about 9.5 meters, and it'll be scrum at midfield to USD. Split back line for USD, solid in the scrum from ASU, and miss one of the centers, and that ball is out wide. Troxel did just enough. Kim chops him down. There's numbers away to the right. Nieto and Combs stop their man. It looks like the ball may have come out. Nope. Still USD ball. Malloy comes through and gets over the top. And as he's cleared out eventually, pick and go there from the USD tight head. And it's a penalty to ASU. It looks to be for a flop at the ruck. And McKean will have the opportunity to kick for touch. And finds it just inside ASU's 22. Line out throw. It's over everyone into Bowie, who manages to make it up to the ASU 10 meters line. As ASU secure possession, Salas at the back of the ruck is hit, and USD will be penalized for offsides. About as well cleaned up of a mess as it could be. And McKean will kick for touch again. It'll be around 45 meters inside ASU's half, barely. And well, there are so many jokes I could make about that line out. That was not even close to straight. And it's scrum to USD, ball in, and kind of a stalemate there. 12 carries up. ASU slide off, ball on the floor, and Segoviano picks this up. ASU playing with knock on advantage. Segoviano almost threw the tackle, and Troxel and Nowakowski get through. Kim into contact on the blind side. Barnhill seals over the top. Bowie gets it to Combs, and that's sealed over. Nieto there, and accidental ball at the back to Ryman. ASU going backwards now. Salas to McKean to Nowakowski, spinning in the tackle, gets it away to Malloy. Malloy fighting to stay in the field, does so just about. Salas to McKean to Rasa, has been up in his face, but is able to make round. And Salas to Combs, back towards the referee, makes it through the contact. Nieto clears through. McKean away. Troxel into a double hit there. And McKean, and that's knocked on. And they come back for, well, no, another knock on. It'll be scrum to ASU. Salas puts in a bit early there. Good bit of cheating. That wasn't caught. McKean gets it to Troxel, who fights through a ankle tackle there. Salas root round for the ball. Missed it out to Malloy, who carries into contact. Salas passes to the ground. Combs is able to clean up and take contact. And it will be a holding on penalty against ASU, as USD will tap and go to the left. Bowie able to slow him down. Ball offloaded off the floor, and try on the far wing to USD. And flags will stay down there. Well hit kick, but off target. It is 26 to 5 in favor of USD. Coach wants a word with the captain here, real quick. Aaron Hizarka has come on for who I can't quite tell you. Salas gets it 10, and finally it's called a knock on. So it'll be ASU scrum, and Hizarka appears to be on for Bowie. Yes. Appears to be on for Bowie, and he'll be packing down on the side. And ball kicks out the side of the scrum. So does well to get the ball, keep the ball inside, but allows the break. McKean eventually gets him to the ground, and ASU defenders streaming back. They're shot to pieces on the right side. Ball is out, and while that looked to be forward, but it'll be a try in the corner to USD instead. And in the blink of an eye, it's 35 to 5 in this game. ASU. $31, excuse me, pointers. Points are still to come. Kick is over, so it'll be 33 to 5 in favor of the Toreros. And Salas has the ball in his hands and is preparing to restart. And Salas sends this one deeper, little less height, but plenty of distance. And USD return serve. It'll be out on the full and carried back into the 22. So line out on the USD 22 for ASU. And one at the front there by Harmon Crow. McKean to Nowakowski seemed to check up a little bit before contact, but good carry nonetheless. Yeto a little bit isolated. Support arriving now. Hizarka and Crow unable to dislodge the cleaner there. So holding on penalty against Nieto. Yeah, sorry, two toddlers having a wrestling match. That's the screaming. And Zagoviano and Troxel able to get the man into touch. It'll be line out to ASU. And looks like it'll be last play before the half. Combs was the target at the back, but Montague able to get on it and kicked out of play to end the half. It'll be 33 for USD and 5 for ASU. We will be back with the second half shortly. And we're back for the second half. USD to kick off. Some changes to bring up. Yes, Rasa appears to have made way for David Honeycutt, and Tyler Tanton is on in place of Garrett Combs. Yes, those are the only changes to report at the half. Should also warn you that we are at 18% battery. I have battery low power mode on, but we might not make it to the end of the game. It will certainly be close again. Sorry about that. And both captains give the throw into this line out. Or, no, they've taken the scrum option. And straight into the fire for the new man, Honeycutt, who is scrummaging at tight head. And stable scrum from ASU. USD play out the back. 10 strips over and Burns Trox on the outside, and he'll put it under the sticks for probably his easiest kick of the day. So USD break 40, and ASU will look to restart through Rylan Salas. And this kick is drifting toward the 10. Yes, it'll just pass 10. And USD look to go. And we'll have a penalty for in at the side against USD. Can't quite tell who they took out. And McKean is coming over to take the kick. And that is, yeah, it'll go out of bounds fairly easily. Kim and Segoviano were interested for a little bit. And Ryman will throw in to the line out. ASU have two very big targets. Crow at the front this time to Troxel, who passes to nobody, a bit of a mistiming. And McKean is back by himself, but ASU backs are able to rescue possession there. Salas to Izarka, who takes a good carry against three guys. USD over the ball, perhaps illegally there. ASU shifting wide. Troxel reaching out in front of him. Malloy finds the floor, and nobody's really there to. They're out now. Now Crow is over there, and we have in at the side against USD's tight head. It's been quite a sloppy game. I guess you expect it with second 15s, but if you're both coaching staffs, you'd like to see fewer mistakes and fewer penalties. And Salas nudges the ball a few more meters forward. It'll be ASU line out. Ryman with another throw. And that's overthrown. It looks to be Nieto who came through and grabbed it. Now Akowski through a gap between two. One arm tackle, goes through another, trying to find somebody to link up with. Troxel is in and seals. Ooh, one-handed offload, and Segoviano bundled into touch, but that was a good little attack there from ASU. It'll be a line out to USD and an opportunity to place them under pressure. And 5-man line out. Yeah. And USD down, and it's an obstruction penalty. The two lifters block Nieto's access to the ball, and it'll be, yes, a kick to the corner from Salas, and that's a 5-meter line out to ASU. And Ryman throws to the front. Crow gets it away to McKean, and Troxel on the outside arc. Stopped just short of the line, had 2 men outside him. McKean gets it wide to Crow, who dives over and gets absolutely clotheslined by the man who passed him the ball. That was one of the more awkward put downs you'll ever see from somebody who, well, has a few tries this season. Salas adds the extras. And no, it was pushed across the face. Be on target to me, but wide right. So ASU are down 40-10, and it'll be a restart. High and knocked on from Nieto, who then makes the tackle with the help of Uccelli. And is that Honeycutt left in the wake of that carry? As USD look to reassert some dominance, they've gained momentum. 2 men into that tackle. And offload from the tight head, who's that support man's brought down eventually. That looked to be, it looked like he was held to me, but referee awards the try. Or has he? Yes, he has. So that will be 45. Yes, that try brings up 45. Conversion to come. And that looked to be wide left, so it'll stay 45. Update on the battery front, we're down to 14. At this rate, I think we'll be able to get through the entire game, but it will be a little close. High restart. Segoviano and Troxel in pursuit, and Segoviano and Nieto eventually bring the returner to ground. Ball goes backwards through the hands of a USD player, and USD set for the ruck. Nieto up and stops his man on the gain line, and USD look to run it out, and well, can't tell who missed that, but we have an obstruction penalty against USD. Hargrave made his tackle once the whistle was gone, but nothing dangerous or untoward about it. And McKean will kick for touch. And finds it just inside of USD's 22-meter line. Ryman to throw into the line out. Crow at the front. Fairly foolproof so far this game. Out to McKean, who passes to the ground. Kim gets it, steps inside one tackle, looks to offload. Troxel gets it, tries to burn on the outside. One pops it up to Segoviano, who cuts infield towards support. Nowakowski and Troxler there to clear, and Hazarka is in for a carry, and ball he's had it stripped. McKean gets his man to ground, and shoulder appears to have taken a stinger. And Ryman tries to finish off his man, can't do it. Ball's out wide. Honeycutt and Nieto out there. Nieto able to slow him down. Hargraves still slows him down further and eventually gets him to ground. Is that Troxel over the ball? Yes, he's won it eventually and forces the penalty. And USD have been marched back 10. Somebody's had a bit too much to say to the referee. McKean finds touch well inside USD's 22. This will be, where will this arrive to? Oh, about 10 meters out from USD's line. Crow at the front yet again. Ball to the floor this time. Brooks is on at 10 in place of McKean. Troxel can't come up with it. And then we have off to the races. Hargrave chasing back, chops him down, and the ball is offloaded away. Still finds something, and Kim looks to be down, caught the legs swinging around out of the tackle. And ASU appeared to have ripped it out in contact. Salas blocked off. Uccelli away to the left, stopped dead. Support arrives, and we've got an injured man down. It looks to be the fullback, Michael Kim. Kim is up and walks off under his own power. Looks to have had the legs swinging around into him. And Malloy will be on to a wing, and Segoviano will shift to fullback. Battery update down to 12. Should just about have enough. Still pretty optimistic there. Looks like we have another change. It's Kevin Wagner on in place of Alex Ryman, and he'll take over hooking and line-out duties. And we'll restart with an ASU scrum, I believe. Any more changes? Yes, Uccelli is off. Rasa is on. So Honeycutt and Rasa are in the front row with Wagner hooking. And yes, it will be ASU scrum to restart the game. Brooks is on. Aiden Brooks is on in place of Josh McKean at fly half. And that's a pre-engage from USD. And we'll have a reset for that scrum. This time's in, and this scrum gets off fairly problem-free. Troxel on the arc hit late, and Segoviano fighting through contact. And as ASU recycle possession, Wagner this time manages to get between two men, manages to bounce off first man, second man gets him, and USD penalized for a fairly blatant in at the side as Barnhill goes into contact and Wagner seals over, cleared off it momentarily, but gets back to it. Rasa into contact and stripped away from him in the contact and chopped down from Hargrave, I believe. At USD play back in field as another charge from USD, this time chopped low again. And USD looking to go wide. Segoviano in the line stops him. Nowakowski calling reinforcements across. Wagner chops his man down. Barnhill and Crow over the ball, and Crow is able to force the sin at the side. Force a penalty for in at the side. Yes, it'll be Salas to kick for touch and finds it just. And it'll be ASU line out. Kevin Wagner throwing in. And we're getting the first low power warning. We're down to 10%. Wonderful. And manages to overthrow 10 ball back on the ASU side. Nieto seems to have rescued that on the floor. Wagner takes a carry inside out, gets through 2, 3. Third man gets him down. And knocked out on the floor by Barnhill trying to follow up with a pick and go. Well, that about sums up the day, really. Some good followed by mistake. USD into the scrum and it's away. Segoviano jumps upstream a little bit, forces play back into Troxel, chops his man down and gets out of the way. And we have clearing beyond the ball. It'll be ASU penalty, or no, in at the side, excuse me. And Salas will try to find the sideline. And, well, rather bounces it there. All right, no, ball's still in play. Tipped back on the USD side and knocked on by USD in the end. And we have a scrum on the far side to ASU. And big scrum from ASU goes round. Brooks at the line again, passes to nobody, but kicked up into the hands of Segoviano, gets one hand free, and still a bit of a mess there, knocked on, and again, just too many mistakes here. This time, Nieto knocks USD put into the scrum. This one's fairly even. And 9 on the loop. USD managed to get outside the ASU defense. Look to link up. Hargrave and Segoviano wait for him, and the man has stepped into touch. It'll be a ASU line out well inside their 22. Disruption there. Wi-Fi here can be a bit spotty sometimes. And flags stay down yet again. So that'll be 50-10 in favor of USD with what can't be a whole lot of time left. I'm being told about 13 minutes to go. I have 8% battery, so we and Troxel gets over the ball with Barnhill, and Brooks to Nitz, gets through the first tackle, gets through a second, fighting through a third, but puts it down, and we have an injured Sun Devil in front of me here. It's Andrew Malloy, and we'll have another stop. Well, I can't decide if we've stopped play or we're just going for a scrum. And Kim is back on. Yes. Kim is back on. Salas is no. Troxel's back in the centers, and Noah Buckman comes on to play right wing. And scrum there, and well, that wheeled around pretty quickly. And ball's in, scrum fairly unremarkable, and Nitz jumps upstream. Hargrave has a few men on his side coming down his wing, and managed to bundle somebody. They managed to bundle the man into touch on the far side. So it'll be a line out to ASU line out. You good? And we have not straight at the line. Free kick to ASU. And Barnhill takes a carry. And Brooks passes in front of Wagner. Buckman makes his tackle. Crow is in but can't get hands to the ball. And up is gets out of the tackle of Nitz. Wagner gets him down eventually. Ball out to the left-hand side. Troxel takes his man down. Yes, he stepped back in field and continue back that way. Pant low. Ball to the left. Nitz again low. And all a bit of a mess over there. And Nieto drops down the tight head there. Troxel tries to get to the ruck. USD go out wide, and it's lost forward. And so it's scrum ASU. Well, scrum's gone around, and we'll have another attempt at this. And the referee's having another conversation with the front rows. And we'll have another go at the scrum. More stable this time, whirls around again. And we're coming back for a penalty. They go to the left, and it is held up there by Jacob Hurl, who kicks to space. Michael Kim gives chase, bouncing back towards the USD goal line, and well, he was blocked off there by the fullback, but that was Kenny play. Jacob and Kim give up the chase. Nieto gets his man to floor. Offloaded to Brooks, who had the ball over his head, and its eventual knock on from USD. We'll have a scrum to ASU after all of that.
Here we go. Let's go. One more shift, boys. One more shift. You've been winning. Come on.
And referee is saying 3 minutes to go. See how much we chew up in this scrum. Salas able to get it away. Brooks gets it to Kim. Manages to make one man miss. Offloads to Brooks, who gets it to Hargrave, and he's collared high. And it'll be a penalty to ASU. And that, yes, that looks like it'll be a card with, or nope, no card. And there's only 3 minutes to go, and it looked like the man was falling. That ball will stay in. Brooks unable to find touch. Trundles after it. And USD go back the way it came. 2 men over there. Chipped over the top. And Honeycutt gets it and returns his kick. Chopped down well. ASU able to secure possession. And Salas comes across, plays it back infield to Nieto. And Salas again, this time to Troxel, arcs out a little bit. And we have our offsides penalty, I believe. This time it is Brooks kicking. Yes, almost wipes out somebody on that sideline. As ASU come to this line out rather slowly. And Jacobs on the right wing in a Hooker's jersey. He has scrimmaged at Hooker, in fairness to him. So I'm not going to be as annoyed about this as last week. And throw into the line out, no lift, miscommunication, looked like an old-fashioned line out from the 80s. Rasa trundles forward with it. Salas gets it away, and the ASU hot potato it. Crow somehow rescues the situation. Barnhill drives his man off the ball. Salas away to Brooks. Troxel comes in late. Brooks and his Arca seal over. And Nieto carries again. ASU recycle possession. Salas with a jump pass. Rasa gets it away to Crow, who's driven back. Offloads to Brooks, who manages to poke his way through the line. And that's forward from him. And we'll have a scrum to USD. I thought we had 3 minutes left, but it turns out I have 3% on my battery. So we're running it close. It's ASU managed to turn over the scrum. Salas gets it out to Troxel, who is tackled. Nitz clears, and it's a holding on penalty to USD. USD tap and go. It's fired one way, then the other. Troxel able to stop the man, but not the offload. And Kim eventually hauls him down. Man out to the left, and very little cover. Hurl coming across, and that's another try to USD. Conversion to come. Been on a bit of a cold streak. Missed the last 3 conversions. This one is from the left-hand touch line. Wind is blowing towards the kicker, so not exactly the simplest shot of all time. It is on the good side for a right footer, though. And this one slides across the face. And that will do it for today's rugby. Thank you for joining us. USD's A side beat ASU 39-12. and the B side game finished up 55-10.